Hi everyone, and welcome to the Chat and Vibe series for the upcoming Vitality Festival, which starts on October the 31st. It's 9 days online free health and wellbeing festival for all the frontline workers and for anybody that needs it right now. Just a little bit of motivation, a bit of support, a bit of education, how to emerge from this COVID cocoon. And one of our amazing 70 presenters that we've lined up in October and November is Iris Barr. Hi Iris, how are you?
Oh, I'm really good. So lovely to be part of this amazing festival.
We're very excited and honoured to have you a part of it actually. So tell us, Iris, tell us how you got into everything that you're doing at the moment.
It started in a crisis, with a crisis. So I think that's what gets me so excited when a crisis is happening, even in the world, although it brings challenges, I always know also of the potential that it holds. So for me, it started as a health crisis. I was diagnosed around 5 years ago with stage 4 breast cancer. And that was very much, it was really overwhelming, of course, neither to say, but something in me knew that I have also in me the potential to help my healing progress, regardless of going to the chemotherapy and other treatments that I went through. I knew that I can do things to encourage this process of healing. And this is what started the work that I'm offering.
That's amazing. So from what you're saying, from your perspective, we get to play a part in how our body and our minds heal ourselves. Is that right?
100%. And there is a big difference also between curing and healing. Healing is holding the whole, and we are human beings. We are not just physical. We are not, we hold the whole of who we are. And yes, I feel that we always need to work from inward outward. So even if things are happening around us in the world as they are happening now, when we are making sure that our inner environment in way of thinking, feeling, is actually strong and empowered, it will affect how we are succeeding to operate in whatever happens in the world around us.
I couldn't agree with you more. And I think so many people at the moment, the outside world is so unstable and unknown. And I know for myself, one of the things I've been doing is turning inside, so that, you know, practicing mindfulness, meditation and yoga, which is the way that I go, it allows you to develop that inner strength, doesn't it?
Yes, yes, with no doubt. And also I feel that whatever is happening, as we said, in the outer world, inside of us, if we look really carefully and if we practice that, there is always a wealth of stillness that is waiting for us to discover it, to rediscover it, a well of peacefulness that is waiting for us, but we need to make the effort, we need to make the attempts, we need to practice tuning into that, because it's almost like, I can take a metaphor of the ocean, you know, so there can be very big waves and it can be stormy, but down under, it's very quiet. No matter what happens in the surface, down under it will be always very quiet and still. And our soul is the same in many ways.
Amazing. So do you yourself, what tools have you found yourself using during this time of challenge and adversity?
So I was very fortunate, because when this time of pandemic challenges and adversity had arrived, I had already many years of practice behind me. So I've continued and even deepened what I have done already before for many years, which is practicing mindfulness and practicing meditation. And for me, it's like having a love affair with something, because if I don't do it, which I do, I miss it. I feel the need to do it. It's calling me, if that makes sense. I think that in one stage I felt that the practice is doing me and not I'm doing the practice any longer. And I could really feel the difference, how it affected me in my life, because if I saw many people that are stressed around me and also working with my clients, I felt in general, of course, quite balanced and in an equilibrium during this period of time. And not because there weren't challenges, of course, being at home with all my family and the children are always there. And of course, it brought challenges, but it brought also lots of blissful moments and grace and beauty. And I think that it was because of the practice, of the daily practice that I hold already for years.
It's incredible. So just doing the meditation and the mindfulness has brought you some equilibrium and balance, and really you're in good stead for dealing with what's going on.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
I could really feel the difference in
Yeah.
how I'm succeeding to operate in the world this time.
And can I ask you, how long do you devote each day potentially to your meditation practice or your mindfulness practice?
It's more or less an hour a day, and I'm trying not to be rigid about it, because, for example, if I'm not succeeding to do it in the morning to meditate and to do my practice, and after that to journal, I'm devoting, for example, 20 minutes in the morning, and then 10-20 minutes in the middle of the day, and then again 10-20 minutes during nighttime. So I think that as much as the practice is really important and very significant in my life, I also believe, and that's part of what the practice brings, I also believe that being rigid is not a good thing. So having this flexibility of working with things and not clinging to things, even not to our practice, is a very significant thing. And I think that, you know, for me, as I said, I do it an hour, maybe sometimes even more. But for people that are beginners, I would suggest that even 10 minutes a day, but daily, is a very, very good start, because sometimes starting with too much might be overwhelming by itself. So little steps, and sometimes little goes a long way.
Yeah. And I know a lot of people I've already been interviewing, everybody's talking about habits. You know, it's really important to create good habits to hold you in good stead. So I think that's really one of those habits is, you know, having a meditation practice. And would you say that meditation and mindfulness for you two different practices, or how does that work?
No, it's very much the same in many ways. Meditation is the platform to practice mindfulness. So the concepts of mindfulness, although I don't like to talk about mindfulness as a concept, because it's not a concept, it's more of a way of being. It's a way of befriending ourselves, befriending others, befriending our experiences. It's about having a wise relationship with, again, ourselves and what is happening around us and with others. And the meditation allows us a platform to practice that, because many times when I say to people, mindfulness is about paying attention to our thinking, to our emotion, to our physical sensation, they say to me, okay, so I will start to pay attention during the day. And I'm saying to them, you know, I wish you all the luck in the world, but it will be most likely, and I'm saying that with lots of loving, it will be most likely quite challenging. So the meditation allows us a platform to practice this paying attention, this coming back to the attention, to the breath, to noticing, to observing ourselves. Does that make sense?
Yeah, beautifully. Thank you. Thank you. And the name of your presentation is The Opportunity in Crisis. And before you were even saying that for you, adversity is a little bit of a springboard. So tell us a little bit about your presentation and what people can expect you know, coming to your presentation.
Yeah, as I said in the beginning, for me, a crisis is a fertile ground, and it's a portal. It's an opportunity for growth and transformation and change. And why it is so? It is a fertile ground because a crisis almost pushes us out of our comfort zone. In our tendency, we are like, we want it to be comfortable. We don't want to go out of our comfort zone. But the crisis is almost making us, it pushes us to go out of the comfort zone because we don't have any other choice. If we want, I think that we know that we will suffer. So in this presentation, I give simple and applicable tools on how to befriend ourselves, how to befriend our racing mind, how to befriend our busy mind, how to befriend our intense feelings and emotion, because we can be so easily overwhelmed by those intense feelings and emotion that can come after experiencing such a pandemic. I like giving people easy and applicable tools that they can work with and practice those tools. So I will be talking about the train of thinking, which is a metaphor that I use in order to help people to choose what train of thinking they want to go on. I'm using tools as the hidden intersection of free choice, which is again a kind of metaphor of the space that we always have to choose how we react to things, to choose our relationship to things. But if we are not aware of this space, it's hard to stop and pause and to choose freely. I'm talking about how to deal with strong emotions. Emotions in their core, they're asking for our attention, like young children that need our attention, that need our love, that need our care. So that's what our emotions and feelings are asking from us. But most of the time, because it's a bit unpleasant, we tend to, we don't know what to do with them. I'm giving some breathing techniques to immediately be able to use that to relax in time of stress and anxiety. I will run a little meditation practice. So lots of applicable, useful tools to use in these times that can be a bit more challenging and working with uncertainty and with adversity.
Amazing. Sounds like an incredible session. I can't wait to come along.
Beautiful. I would love to have you.
And tell me, Iris, what words of encouragement have you got right now for our listeners?
Yeah, I think that my words of encouragement are to start with small steps. Sometimes when we hear all of those good ideas of what to do and mindfulness and meditation, that by itself can be a bit overwhelming and can create a feeling of, oh, I need to do that, I need to do that. Again, you know, this I should. So I really suggest just to start with small little steps. As I said before, even 10 minutes a day make a difference. Even our ability to practice stopping, pausing for 1 minute during the day and paying attention. Oh, what's really goes in my mind right now? What do I feel? Practicing compassion, self-compassion, which is something that we are not so good at. We tend to have compassion for others, but what about ourselves? And even small, simple practices, like waking up in the morning, looking at ourselves in the mirror and saying to ourselves, good morning. Good morning, Iris. Good morning, Tanya. These little things can make a whole difference if we do them day after day after day. So a little goes a long way when we do it day after day and when we are consistent and persistent with our practice.
I love that. Thank you. And I know for a lot of people, they'll be getting a lot of really great tools over the course of the 9 days. And as you said, I think it's It's really important for people to start with small steps. Start with something small, repeat it, turn it into a habit, and then take on the next thing rather than being overwhelmed by too many things. Because there's so many people that are in overwhelm at the moment with everything that's going on.
And we don't want to increase that. We
No.
want to make it tender for them. We want them to reduce that. We don't want to overwhelm with things.
I love it. Thank you, Iris, so much for taking the time to have a chat with us today. We can't wait to see Iris and her amazing presentation on the opportunity in crisis. There's so much value to be found in meditation and mindfulness, and some really easy tools will just really set you up and put you in good stead on your way. So we hope to see you all at the Vitality Festival. If you haven't joined up, there's a link below, and also if you want to find out more information about Iris, I'll also include a link to her website so you can get in touch with her as well. We hope to see you soon on the 31st of October. Iris, thank you so much for everything, and we wish you very, very well in everything coming forward.
So lovely, Tanya. Thank you so much. Have a lovely day.
You too. Bye.
Thank you.